3 years ago when this started, everyone told me just give her time, let her get over it, give her time. And I remember telling everyone like this is who she is as a person, and no one believed me. And like 3 years later, people still have the nerve to tell me just give her time. She's angry, and like no one can answer what is she angry about. Like this woman went around telling people I abused her and our children, but there's nothing to back it up. She put me out onto the street and justified it as, oh, he abused me every day for 10 years, but we lived with her parents. We moved with her parents. So, like, it's 94 degrees outside right now. She still hasn't followed the court order from 3 years ago. She has no intention of following it. None whatsoever. And, like, a lot of men especially, they laugh when I tell them I'm being abused, because in their mind men aren't abused. But like, look at everything this woman has done. She took away my housing, put me on the street, took away my right to life, made me a pariah, put a target on my back with lies. Financially is abusing me, making it so like I'm in so much debt that I don't belong in, holding funds that she was ordered to give me hostage so I can't get off the street. And then, because it goes hand in hand, me getting off the street and getting my kids 50-50, because that's really what it should have been from jump. She forcibly took custody, control, and she has kept control. And I keep saying it, 3 years later, I'm still less than human. I'm still fighting for my right to be viewed as a human. It's 2026. Like, our ancestors fought and died for that simple right. Like, I shouldn't, as a man, have to fight for that right. I shouldn't have to fight to see my children. No one should have to fight to see their children. And like the people that laugh and joke that like I don't see my kids, he can't see his kids, like to me that's weird, because like if you actually loved your kids, you wouldn't joke about somebody else not being able to see or be with theirs. Like, I raised those kids. I was there at their births, changed their diapers, put them to sleep, fed them, woke up in the middle of the night to change their diapers and feed them, put them back to sleep, put band-aids on their cuts. Like, I am their dad. And like for this woman to have this much power to me is disturbing. Like you're taking justice away from women who are actually in abusive relationships, who are actually dealing with deadbeat men. Like you're trying to force a man who simply wants his children and the right to life. You're trying to force me to become a deadbeat, and like, to me that's weird. I will never be a deadbeat. I grew up with a deadbeat. I grew up with a dad who was in the house but wasn't really there. Like, why would I do that to my sons? Why would I do that to my kids? Like I said, it's 94 degrees today. It's supposed to get hotter as the week progresses. This woman claims to be a humanitarian. Her very actions. You can't say that you feed the homeless while you're keeping your spouse homeless and below homelessness, really, because like once this car goes, I'm fucked. And like, I need a job, and like I'm not in the mental headspace to be able to go to work because I'm waking up and going to sleep in the same cycle. Being abused by a woman who I did nothing to, who all I did was hand over my entire paycheck to try and give her a life that made her happy, I'll be back soon.